Professor Ross Fitzgerald is arguably one of Australia's finest political historians. He is the Emeritus Professor of History and Politics at Griffith University. He's written his 42nd book, 50 Years Sober, An Alcoholic's Journey. He has been 50 years sober, but he raised with me a very important point which I thought I should share nationally. In this period of lockdowns, if we're serious about health, Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous are essential services. What damage is being done by denying these people, the right to meet? Ross Fitzgerald joins me. Professor Fitzgerald, thank you for your time and your outspokenness. You were an alcoholic at a young age and also an outstanding sportsman, but now you've been 50 years off the drink.
Yeah, over 50 years now. If I hadn't have stopped drinking and using at the age of 24, I wouldn't have made 25. So AA has saved my life. And I must say, Alan, I find it bizarre that liquor stores are regarded as essential services, but meetings of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous aren't.
You're absolutely right.
And I think our Prime Minister and Premiers and Chief Ministers and leaders of local government should follow the example of the Irish Prime Minister, who was recently decreed that Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous are essential services.
Ross, what is the impact, do you think, on people who rely on AA and NA to not be able to meet?
It's an enormous impact, and many people will drink and drug again. And I'm also concerned about new people who want to come to the meetings of AA. And speaking personally, I haven't been able to go to an AA meeting for 3 weeks, and I normally go to 2 or 3 meetings a week. And it's hard enough coping without my darling wife, Lyndall, than to be stuck at home and not be able to go to the meetings.
I mean, do you think people from the Prime Minister down, Premiers, they care? I mean, you're right. I mean, the Taoiseach, the Prime Minister of Ireland, has declared these essential services. I agree with that. But I mean, would these people even know?
Well, many of them don't, and that's why I'm very grateful we're able to talk about this on national television, because it's a matter of life and death. Alcoholics Anonymous is a tremendous life-saving organisation, and we need to actually meet with each other. We need to be able to go to the meetings. And if not, people's lives, there will be people who will get back on the booze, back on drugs, commit suicide. And as I mentioned, what about new men and women? You know, and often in AA we get people as young as 16 and as old as 80. Well, I'm 76, so...
Yes. No, look, I agree with you entirely, and you've inspired me to speak to a few people. Just one quick one before you go. You're a Labor historian and an outstanding one. Should the Federal Labor Party change leaders? And what would happen if they did?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, I was just telling someone today that if the Labor Party got rid of the current leader and made Tanya Plibersek the leader and Jim Chalmers, the shadow treasurer, as her deputy, I think Morrison will lose. Morrison is absolutely shambolic and useless at the moment, but I don't think that Albanese can win. But I certainly believe that Plibersek and Jim Chalmers as a combination, you know, she from Sydney, he from Queensland.
Okay. Good to talk to you. It's good to talk to you. Look, I'll keep in touch. We will keep in touch. But that is a very, very important point you have made. Professor Ross Fitzgerald simply saying that they should be Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, essential services. We're talking about health here. Well, coronavirus is not the only problem. This is health.
That's right.
And this is damaging to health. Good to talk to you, Ross. Keep well. Thank you for joining us.